Hi, everybody. It's me, LisaT, coming at you with some positive energy, reading The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. LisaT and Beattie, learning the language of letting go. Just called for a little song there. Okay. Getting through the holidays. Did I do that one year when I was a child? Yeah, 23. Okay, so we're doing December 24 and Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. December 24th, getting through the holidays. It's a tough time of year. I was talking to a friend last night. She's like, have you ever known anyone to be going through something like this or whatever? I was like, oh my God, you're talking to her and you're not alone. The Christmas time, like, I swear this is my new conclusion about Christmas. We have gifts and we have decorations and fun carols and all those things to try to override how tough this season can be for so many people. So people are going to be sad. They're grieving loved ones. It's end of year. They might not have met their goals for the year. Like the suicide rate goes up this year. So lots, all that stuff's going on. So then Christmas is like presents and fun songs so that it can distract us from our feelings. Christmas doesn't have to be a happy, joyous time. You can still have your experience. You're still allowed to feel sad for the people who aren't here with you anymore. You're still allowed to feel sad for lost loved ones, still allowed to feel sad for the tough time you had the couple of weeks before Christmas came, you're allowed to have your feelings, and you can have both. We can be happy for Christmas and happy to see our loved ones and happy to, do these fun little things and get-togethers, and but we can also acknowledge that, it's also tough. We can have both. You can have two things. You can have happiness and sadness at the same time, for different reasons. Oh my gosh, the amount of things going on in this body. Each cell in your body is doing a gazillion things, all simultaneously, all at the same time, and connecting to every other cell in your body. So how can we not, are we that naive to think that we can't be happy and sad at the same time when a cell is doing like 1,000 things at one time? One little baby, one little tiny mini little cell. It's helping your body. At one point, a woman can be making a baby, playing the piano, fighting off an infection with her immune system, listening for the kettle to boil, let alone what the cells are doing to make all that happen. Move the fingers and supply the blood and, take out toxins and, all this stuff. So we're allowed to be more than one thing is my whole point. So getting through the holidays, it is a time that you're not alone. If this is a hard time for you, I think it's hard for more than it is not hard. So getting through the holidays, December 24th. For some, the sights, signs, and smells of the holidays bring joy and a warm feeling. Of course they do. But while others are joyously diving into the season, some of us are dipping into conflict, guilt, and a sense of loss. And some people some people who are enjoying the warm feelings of the holiday are also simultaneously dipping into conflict, guilt, and a sense of loss. That's me. I'm enjoying the holidays, but there's stuff that comes along with it. I'm doing both. My family has experienced some loss this year, and that's not the only time. Our family experienced loss a couple of years ago at Christmas. Our family experienced loss a couple of years. So there's lots going on, but we can still enjoy and feel, those things, but definitely not guilt. Guilt, I think is one of the most useless emotions in this physical being. So others are joyously diving into the season. Some of us are dipping into conflict, guilt, and a sense of loss. And some of us are doing both. I might add. We read articles on how to enjoy the holidays. We read about Christmas blues, but many of us still can't figure out how to get through the holiday season. Well, we're here to help today. We may not know what a joyous holiday would look like and feel like. We may not know what it would look like and feel like because maybe we've had nothing but sad holidays. So guess what? It's time for a change. Let's start today. Many of us are torn between what we want to do on the holidays and what we feel we have to do. That was definitely me a few years ago, and I've changed that. I remember being so torn. I would struggle so much. I want to be here, and I want to be there, and I want to be there. I want to be 3 places. There was one Christmas that I went to Mississauga first in the morning. Then I went all the way. I drove an hour out of the city. So I drove we drove half an hour into one place, and then drove away from that place, took an hour to get to another place, stayed there for a couple of hours, then came back, drove another hour to get to another place because I could not decipher what to do, between what I wanted to do and what I felt I had to do. And the Christmas day was mania. So I've learned my lesson there. Many of us are torn between what we want to do on the holidays and what we feel we have to do. Oh, I have to go see them. I have to do the right thing. If we're doing that, if you're only doing if you're doing it because you have to do it, somewhere down the road, there's going to be a painful feeling that you're going to have to deal with. So we may feel guilty because we don't want to be with our families. We may feel a sense of loss because we don't have the kind of family to be with that we want. Many of us, year after year, walk into the same dining room on the same holiday expecting this year to be different. That's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, or going into the same situation over and over and over and over and over, and then expecting this time it's going to be different is the definition of insanity. So lower your expectations. Know it's probably going to be the same as last year, and that's okay. That's okay. Do other things before and after to self-care, to fill up your cup. Call the people you want to call. If you feel obligated and you have to go somewhere, make sure that you balance it out before and after for yourself, for self-care. So many of us year after year walk into the same dining room on the same holiday expecting this year to be different. Then we leave year after year feeling let down. There it is. So if you do that, then you're going to leave feeling let down and disappointed and confused by it all. Many of us have old painful memories triggered by the holidays. Many of us feel a great deal of relief when the holidays ended. I know tons of people. I would even feel that even when it just seemed all joyous because it was just so much stress buying all the gifts and everything. I stopped doing that. Why do we put ourselves through shit that makes us feel bad and stresses us out? Don't do it. So we feel a relief when the holidays ended. One of the greatest gifts of recovery is learning that we are not alone. You're not alone in this. There are probably as many of us in conflict during the holidays as there are those who feel at peace. Like I said, I think there's more people who feel dissembled by this, by the holidays, than there are people who just feel at total peace. I would put money on it. We're learning. So there's probably many of us in conflict during the holidays. There are probably as many of us in conflict during the holidays that there are those who feel at peace. We're learning through trial and error how to take care of ourselves a little better. It's a little step. Process is step by step. A little better each holiday season. Our first recovery task during the holidays is to accept ourselves, our situation, and our feelings about the situation. We accept our guilt, anger, and sense of loss. It's all okay. Accept that you feel this way. Of course you feel this way. Look what's happened. Of course. Be compassionate. I was talking to a friend last night about that. Like, we got to mother the inner child. There's going to be a not outlet. It's like, nope, got to go, got to do this, got to do that. But there's going to be an inner in you that's going like, oh God, I feel all this and this and this. And we can say to that inner part of us, of course you feel that. Be compassionate to yourself. Be compassionate to these parts of you. The ones that, there's one feeling joy and there's one feeling sadness. They're just different parts. It's okay. So accept the guilt. Accept the guilt and anger. Accept I feel that way and tell yourself it's okay. We accept our guilt, anger, and sense of loss. It's all okay. There is no right or perfect way to handle the holidays. Our strength can be found in doing the best we can 1 year at a time. Here's your prayer for today. This holiday season, I will give myself permission to take care of myself. You have permission to take care of yourself. I give myself permission to take care of myself today. I did it. I called a friend this morning and told her what I've done to do that. And please give yourself permission to take care of yourself, to do what you need to do for you, to fill up your cup with joy, love, acceptance, fun. It's up to you. It's up to you. So go do it. Love yourself enough. Love yourself enough and learn to let all the other stuff go. It's okay. You are okay as you are. You're not alone, and I love you. Mwah. Merry Christmas Eve.